Hello there, I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN Realty, and I'm here with my husband and son eating outdoors. It's very nice weather right now, and thank you for tuning in to Smarter Real Estate weekly on Wednesdays. I'm here this morning to go over a topic about why you, as a buyer or tenant, when you are using an agent, a real estate agent, to help you look for homes, apply for or make offers on homes and go through that process, that you need to sign a representation agreement at the very beginning, even before you start looking or asking that agent to look for homes for you, and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna get up and just do a little walking so you can see downtown Houston, which is where we are right now. It's definitely considerably quieter than usual because of the COVID-19 pandemic and a lot of people working from home and not as many coming downtown to our city center. So it's actually kind of nice in that way because there's not too much traffic, but a little bit sad as well, a little bit gloomy, but nevertheless, here we are. So the difference between a customer and a client. So a customer, when you come to me and you haven't signed representation paperwork, is when I don't represent you. And here's the difference. As a customer, I still owe you certain duties of honesty and full disclosure. So I am going to need to make sure I give you all the information that I'm required to give you, be fair, obviously honest, and disclose any material facts that you would care about regarding the home. For example, if it's flooded before and things like that, that we would normally disclose anyway to buyers, whether you're represented by another agent or not. And so those are kind of the basic things. So it's not licensed for me to lie and cheat and do anything like that to you. I would never do that anyway. But the point is that there are these rules in place and codes of ethics that we realtors, as long as we are realtors, members of the local and state and national association of realtors, that those are the duties we owe to customers. But clients, we actually owe a whole other level of duties to. And if you're a client and you sign that buyer/tenant representation agreement with me, then I am supposed to also have fiduciary responsibility, owe you confidentiality. I have to be loyal to you. I am your exclusive agent, meaning you are not represented by any other agent. But you're not my only client. I have other clients, but I am not to share any information that you give me that would be confidential in nature. For example, financial type information, how much money you're willing to offer on a property, things like that. So I'm not going to be sharing that with, say, the seller side or anyone else. However, if you were just a customer and you haven't signed that client representation paperwork with me, then I would have the right to share information with the other side, or with anyone for that matter, because I don't owe you any duties that are outlined in that representation paperwork. I would also be able to give you full advice and opinion if you're my client, which is really one of the most important things. That's why you find a real estate agent or broker like myself to represent you, so that you can get the professional expertise, market knowledge, and everything that I can dig out for you as a realtor with access to the full multiple listing service, MLS data, and do my research and all of that, okay? And then of course, finally, and this is really the key crux of it, is that I put my client's interest above my own. That is huge. Did you hear that? I have to actually put your interest above mine if you're my client. This is an example of how I've had to do that myself. So I see an investment property potential, and just think this is a great property. We can buy it as a rental. This is a property that I would want to buy myself. But unfortunately, because you're my investor client, I owe you the duty. And sorry, I'm starting to itch. I don't know if there's a mosquito biting me or what's going on. I owe you the duty of telling you about the investment property and giving you the opportunity to buy that investment property, even if I'm interested in it myself, okay? And so I've had to actually pass up properties like that if I have a client who happens to be looking at that time. And I often do have clients who are looking for investment properties because our company manages more than 300 rental properties, mostly residential, plus a small commercial building. And so a lot of folks come to us and come to me specifically to look for investment properties. So that's a way that I have to put my interest above, or excuse me, put your interest as a client above my own. And there are other examples as well. So it's really important that whatever realtor you choose to represent you, that you get that client, it's a buyer slash tenant representation agreement, and get that signed. If you are listing a home with an agent, then there would be a listing agreement. One that I would have you sign would be the exclusive right to sell your property. Or if I'm listing it for lease, then it would be exclusive right to lease. Okay? If you have any questions, suggestions, comments, or anything else you'd like to reach out to me to share, you can comment or message me directly, and I hope you will subscribe and continue to watch Smarter Real Estate on Facebook and YouTube, and I hope you have a great week.